Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Y'all know that I do not like long introductions, so we're just gonna get right into the reading. A little bit of shuffling, just a tiny bit, just to make sure. Okay. Could you give me some more? Okay. So there is this energy of not being balanced and also not being patient. And this may have to do with this Four of Wands energy. Someone's stability may be a little bit shaky. I want to read off of the Four of Wands, and this is from the book. Here it is. I'm going to read it off. The Four of Wands. Okay. So the Four of Wands, the garden is growing luxurious, and these two have wandered away from their stress and planning to have a little fun. It might be a surprise, but you've got some good times on the horizon. Take a break from your hard work and put all your energy into treating yourself. So, unfortunately, there's been a lot of stress, no time for play at all, mostly work. And it's kind of causing someone to be a little bit imbalanced. Someone is very stable and they are all about their money, but they are carrying too much. And it's time for someone to actually get out there and play a little bit, like have a little bit of fun. Go take a walk or something. Go visit your friends. Yeah, it's time to move forward. It's time to do something different. Like you've built what you needed to build, and you're causing yourself a little bit of stress. And you're like, you have passion. Like there's passion within you. Somebody might be really passionate about making money, and that's nice or whatever. But I do think it's important for someone to get out there and have a little bit more fun. Someone is carrying a little bit too much. It's almost like someone realizes that they're doing this, they're working this way just to work this way. They're doing something just to do it. And you know, this might be causing arguments as well. But someone's doing it just to do it. It's not necessary anymore. You've gotten past the point where you need to do this anymore. But someone needs to come out of this. I'm getting a very foolish energy. Could you explain to me why the Four of Swords in reverse and the Fool reversed is here? Explain to me why. Someone may be making a very foolish decision about a Taurus. There's also Cancer on the board and Sagittarius on the board. Somebody's created, it's a lot of foolish energy. Someone is coming out. I'm getting this idea. Someone wants to be partnered with someone, and this may be a foolish idea. Not partnership in general, just with this person. It might be a foolish idea. Yeah, so you got someone who isn't really offering love, and you're gonna receive a betrayal if you keep moving forward. I'm also getting that somebody may want you for your stability. I hate to say it, but it's true. And now remember, this is not a gendered conversation. This is, it could be anybody. You might be somebody who works really hard and you're able to put things together. And sometimes you work a little bit too hard. You do a little bit too much. You don't have as much fun as you should. But it seems like you're about to make a really foolish decision getting with somebody who is going to betray you in the end. Ooh, this might be an Aquarius energy as well. But somebody needs to heal, and somebody is going to heal this idea of feeling left out in the cold. Whatever the situation is or was, maybe someone has walked away from this situation. Maybe someone needs to talk about this situation as well. Wherever this ending happens, someone either needs to come out of it, or they need to start talking to someone about this ending. But there was a lot of betrayal and not enough love to sustain this situation. Someone is feeling left out in the cold, but this was destined to happen. You're not off your path. For any of y'all who are thinking you're off your path, this is the right path. But it's almost like this energy keeps dredging up. Like it keeps going. Someone needs to actually put I just said nail in a coffin. I hate to say that, but somebody needs to let it go. Somebody is working way too hard though. I'm low-key thinking that maybe somebody's working this hard to distract themselves from what's happening in this situation, this in marriage that's ending. Yeah, unfortunately, you got one of these, it was toxic, and someone's starting to realize that this was a toxic situation. It was a toxic connection. It was a toxic type of union. It was a bound type of energy, and someone's starting to realize it. A lot of secrets are coming out about this person. Let's see what else we have here. I don't have to clarify anything. I just tell me what you want them to know. Tell them what you want them to know. Yeah, this spinning the block is going to cause a tower moment for someone. Whoever's spinning the block, if you're the person or they're the person, it's going to cause a tower moment. So don't spin the block or on anyone or anything. Also, this may not be a romantic thing. This may be an institution. Someone may have been in like a institution that betrayed them. And then you know what this is giving Howard, or was it How? I think it was Howard. I want to say it was Howard that is stealing from their students currently. Allegedly. This is what I be hearing from the students. I might be wrong, but allegedly this is happening. So you may want to not keep trying to invest in that school. It's very toxic, and it's going to keep happening as long as people keep allowing it to happen. And there are a lot of secrets about this situation that's coming out. Someone wanted to get something out of it. Like, so again, this is like student energy, small energy, someone who's very young going into something. You've already learned what you needed to learn about the situation, and it's time for you to come out of isolation. I know you want to get your money's worth, but you and whoever else is dealing with this situation need to get together and start doing what's necessary. But if someone feels like I put in so much work here, I can't leave. Someone's mentally stuck, and it is best to move forward. For some of y'all, I'm just saying, you're going to have to talk to your ancestors about this. You're going to have to start snitching. Go to a practitioner. Y'all want justice? Then you're going to have to push that justice, because the justice system itself is not going to work out for you. And this is also with an individual. If you're in a situation that is very unjust, go to your ancestors. Go talk to somebody who's in a field or who's in a tradition that your bloodline is connected to. Your bloodline is connected to. Your ancestry is connected to. The ones that will fight for you. And I know some of y'all were in, a specific religion, but sometimes you're going to have to do a little bit more. That don't mean that you got to do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you got to talk to people who are willing to make justice happen. I don't believe in this idea of westernized karma, where if somebody does something bad, then bad things will happen to them. No, I think you have to conjure that up. You have to, what they say, manifest. You got to manifest it yourself. You have to want it. You have to talk to other people. But a lot of y'all keep being like, oh, they'll get what's coming to them. And you don't put no effort, no energy into that happening. And you do. You do need to put the effort in there. You do need to put the energy in there. You do need to talk about it. You do need to put your soul and your energy into the justice that you want. And you may not get it in this system, but there's another way to get it. And you ain't got to go about it in the justice system, because the justice system don't got no justice for certain people. And y'all know what I'm talking about.
And that goes for any marginalized people, women, disabled people, children. It don't work out for them. So you need to do what? Go to your ancestors. That's right. Because they want to help you. They want to help you. And some of them do just be helping you. You don't even know it. You think it's karma. It's your ancestors. Your ancestors get tired of people fucking with you. So with this situation, you gonna have to do what it do. Talk to somebody about it. You might get a little bit of an idea of what to do to move forward, and you're gonna realize that this isn't emotionally fulfilling for you anymore. And I ask y'all, if an institution is censoring the information that you get, especially in certain fields, is it really a valid source to get an education anymore? Is it? Should you really be dependent on that anymore? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't further your education or further things like math. But when it comes to history that's being revised right in front of our eyes, you may want to find a different path or find some place that isn't censoring that information. And not only do that, take that information and teach it to others. Make sure you find a way to preserve the information, because they're going to try to get rid of it. They're going to try to get rid of it. Find institutions that are not censoring this information. If you can't find one, then you need to get together with other people who are willing to preserve the information themselves. Partnership. Yes, you need to get together with other people who have similar core values as you do. I keep saying, like, I don't understand. If all these professors and all these teachers are told they can't teach such and such a thing, why not put it on YouTube? Why not put it on YouTube? Why not put it in a place where the masses can get the information? They're telling you, oh, you can't say these terms, you can't put these terms in your papers. That's fine. Stop doing it just for the system. Stop doing it to get just validation from the system. And I'm not saying that you should stop pursuing education. I think you really should keep pursuing education. I think there should be other things you should be doing on top of that, especially to preserve the information that we already have and to preserve the things that are currently being censored. We're going to need people to document these things. We're going to need people to do what's right by everybody, not just for the some who don't want to feel guilty about the history in the past that their ancestors have laid for everybody. We're going to have to create systems, because they're not going to teach the truth. They're working on plans right now as we speak. I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm being very, very, very sincere, very direct. And I know a lot of people feel very afraid. They feel like if they give up this information, if they do this, they're going to be up for persecution. And let me tell you something right now. You're going to be up for persecution either way. Either way. So the best that you can do is preserve the information and find a way to pass it down to other people in other generations. Because that's going to keep our history alive. But it's going to die. Our history is going to die out in the places that they keep saying we need to spend $80,000 to get an education from. Why would I spend $80,000 on an education when it's censored? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. You're putting money in the pockets and in the hands of people who want to do bad things, and it's going to be a decision that you're going to have to make. You're not going to be very happy about the decision that you're going to have to make, but it's a decision nonetheless. You're going to have to really think about where you are in this world and what this world is coming to. And I don't think a lot of people want to really be honest about what's happening and be honest about who they're amongst. Who are you amongst in this world? Stop being distracted. You make a plan and follow through with that plan, because there's going to be so many things that's going to distract you. Think bigger than what they told you to think about. Stop thinking about, oh, I'm going to get my degree, I'm going to get a husband or a wife or a partner, we're going to have 2.5 kids. Think bigger than that. That is coming to an end for a lot of us, because they want to consolidate everything at the top. You're not going to have these options. You're going to have to think bigger. You're going to have to expand what you view as family, expand what you view as community. You're going to have to actually build communities with core values that have empathy involved, in loving and caring for others, and the truth about the history of everyone. And it's not going to be easy, but stop distracting yourself. follow through with these plans. And if you don't have it yet, you will have it. It's time to stop being in this individualistic mindset. Now, the Nine of Pentacles for me upright is a great card. I love this. This is when you finally are free and you don't have to worry about what other people think about you. You're on your own. You're doing things, and that's good. But this card upside down for me is we've been indoctrinated with this very individualistic mindset. It is time to come out of that. It is time for you to be a part of community, to share your hobbies with others. If you're somebody who plants, who knows how to grow herbs, share it with others. If you're someone who gains knowledge through history, like you're just a history buff, you love history, you need to share that with others. Make it available to others. Make a plan. And when I say that, like a system. Create a system that you can walk away from, that others will be able to see once they demolish everything else, because they're coming for it. They're coming for it. Write it down. Write it in a book. Have it on paper. Have it on print. So you don't have to worry about it getting destroyed on the internet. Have it in print. Pass it around. And through this, it's going to be some emotional fulfillment. It may be little at first, but this is something that can grow. This is something that's little. This is a kid, with time, they get older, they mature. The love, the value that you have for this is going to grow, and it's going to start off little. It's okay if this part of your life isn't going to be this big thing. But you need to stop pretending that everything's okay. We are not in the same age that we were in. We are not in 2019 anymore. It is over. 2020 hit and things hit the fan. Shit hit the fan. Where it's not okay anymore. Stop pretending. Stop doom scrolling. Stop distracting yourself from the mission that's ahead of you. You have a mission. You do. And a lot of y'all are distracting yourselves with all this romance talk and all this 2.5 children and all this, like, I gotta get a college degree so I can. You're not getting anything. You're gonna get that college degree. You're gonna be $90,000+ in debt, and you're gonna get nothing from it because they have a plan and you're not a part of it. And neither is so many other people. So guess what? It's time to stop distracting yourself from what's really going on. There are real live things that are happening right in your face. Stop pretending it's not happening. Who gives a fuck if somebody's jealous of you? We're in a world where so many people are going to be pushed into poverty without their consent, with nothing they can do about it. And it's not like it hasn't been happening to people anyways. Has always happened, but this is going to be a mass problem, mass destruction for all. That's what's going to happen, and you are a part of this plan to help rebuild, to help grow people, so people can start taking on the collective mentality. It is no longer going to be feasible for us to have this independent idea anymore. This is about collectiveness. This is about coming together and helping each other and caring about everyone. Not just me, not just mine, not just my husband, not just my wife, not just my partner, not just my kids. It's going to be in everything, or you will have nothing. We will have nothing. Nothing. And this is the thing. Pivoting your value system. It may feel small, but it's going to help. It will grow. You have to plant the seeds. The seeds need to be planted now. You need to start planting them now. And this can be also literal too. A lot of you are in places where the only type of trees that you have are non-fruit bearing. Find a way to plant the fruit bearing ones. Find a place to put it. Talk to other people who know the landscape. Talk to those who understand what you're talking about. Because the world that we're going into is going to be vastly different from what we've ever known it to be. For those who have lived, who are of a certain age, those who are older, they maybe can tell you some horror stories now. But you're going to have to remember that people are trying to go back to a time where certain people weren't very elevated or happy. Certain people were miserable, and it's because a certain group made them miserable. So we're going to have to figure out how others can succeed outside of this system, because they're tanking it. They are destroying our system. You have to plant the seeds now. You have to start now. Now is the time. Stop distracting yourself with this stupidness of what they taught us when we were younger. All the romance that they fed us. Oh, you need to be in love. That's the only thing that matters. It's not the only thing that matters. When you get in such an individualistic mindset where you only care about yours and yours, you look out on a corner of your street and there's tons of people who are homeless and that's the only thing you care about. Be sure that you're going to be one of those people if you don't start changing your mind about things. You walk past people every day. Don't give a second thought about it. About how our world is the way it is. Now it's going to be the time for you to think more about it because we are all at stake now. And I don't think this is a good thing, but I don't think what we had before was good either. I don't. It's going to take people to come together collectively, to care collectively. You have a chance. You got to start now so that you won't be unbalanced, so that you will be balanced. Start now. You have other people in your corner. You know who to talk to. Somebody out here got good networking skills. Go network with people. Tell them about your concerns. Start other programs. Find communities or start one. The time is now. The time is now before we become a super surveillance state where you won't be able to at all. The time is now. And this is also going to bring you some emotional stability and a victory, because you're going to be a part of the new, I hate to say it, like it's going to be a new world for us. And you're going to help assist in a way that's going to be emotionally stable for everybody, not just some, for everybody, of different colors, of different backgrounds, of different belief systems, for everybody to coexist together. That is the point. That is the point. Stop distracting yourself with silly little things. And the thing about it is that we've gotten to this place because we accepted the little bit the elite were going to give us, and now they decide they don't want nothing, and we still accept that as if that's okay. We're gonna have to stop accepting the little bit that they give us in the first place, because it's not what we're worth. We're worth more than that. You're worth more than that. This little bitty stuff that they try to give, or the give of nothing, and telling you need to be grateful, and it's not a time for you to be grateful for those things. It's not a time for you to accept those things. In the Four of Cups in reverse, you're doing a lot of accepting about things that you don't need to accept. Things that you need to fight stronger for, fight harder for. And not just you alone. I'm not asking you to carry this all by yourself. I'm telling you there are other people that want to collaborate, who understand this mindset, who understand this goal, and they want you to be better, and they want to be better for everybody. We're currently in this age of just no equal give and take. There is no equal give and take in this. None at all. And it's going to come to you. It's going to come to you that this is the reason why we are in the position that we're in, is because so many people are so selfish. The Six of Pentacles energy in reverse. They don't want an equal give and take. They want kings and queens and peasants. That's what certain people want on this earth. And you're going to realize the Hangman and the Hanged One in reverse, it's going to come to you like a strike of lightning. You're going to see it. You're going to walk on the street and you're going to see it. You're going to talk to somebody who is self-absorbed and doesn't give a shit about anybody. And it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. You're going to understand it immediately. And then you're going to have to start healing from there, because this is the world that we live in. It may cause us to feel emotionally unstable, but the thing about it is that if we see it clearly, if we see it for what it is, if we're very honest about the people who are amongst us, we can start moving in a way that will protect us all, that will help us, for those who want to be helped, for those who want to be a part of it. But you have to see things clearly. You have to be honest about the situations that we're in. Everybody isn't salvageable. I'm sorry, there are some people in this world who want others to suffer, and they do not deserve to be in a community that's loving and caring and kind, Because if you let them in, they're going to find more of theirs, and they're going to let their kind in. And they're going to destroy your world as you know it. That's what's happening today. People spend too much time under this idea of forgiveness without even thinking about it, with no forethought. You forgive people who destroy your lives every fucking day. You forgive them for what? And here they are, taking over, recruiting more people who are just like them. And now your world is turned upside down. We let them get into positions of power. We excuse their behavior. We protect them in our own community. And look what they do. They look at us and they say, you are weak and you deserve oblivion. You deserve to be destroyed. And you want to lay down and let that happen? You want to lay down and let that happen? I know you don't. And there are other people in this world who also don't want that. We're spending too much time focused on the wrong things. You're focused on being a millionaire. You're focused on being a billionaire. You're focused on love. You're focused on if a man is going to call you back or if the woman's going to let you spin the block. You're focused on the wrong things. People are starving. And you're close to being one of those people. You think you're close to being a millionaire or a billionaire? You are closer to being poor than you will ever be closer to being a billionaire. The average Joe will never be that close. Why do you praise them like gods when all they offer is destruction? You will not gain anything from it. You will be a fool fighting those who want to help you, fighting your neighbors versus fighting those who want your livelihood destroyed. They do not want you next to them. They want you beneath them. It's the whole reason they're setting the system up like this. And you're paying attention to stupid, petty things. Stupid, petty things. And this may not be you. Maybe there's other people around you. But this message needs to be spread. It is time for us to collectively grow. It is time. We have wasted too much time in the same repeated patterns. And we let them brainwash us. We let them tell us that this is what you need in order to be better than others. What kind of life is that, where you're spending your whole life trying to be better than others instead of trying to exist in harmony with others? We have lost the plot. We have lost the plot. It's time. Things are changing, and they're going to be changing rapidly. That same passion that you have for things that are meaningless right now is the same passion that you're going to need to bring a better future into play. If we don't, our world will be cast into chaos. You won't have the stability that you want. You won't if we don't. But you have the power and you have the decision. You need to pivot your point of view. Stop thinking that money and romance are the only things that are important in this world. This breeds a sense of superiority in people, that they have the need to have things just so that they can feel better than the next person. People who have 5 houses, when there are so many who don't even have one. It's time to change how we're thinking about things. It's time. The decision is in our hands. We have a choice. I hope you all have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, a good night, wherever you are in this world. I hope you truly think about the state of the world that we're in. I hope you take your head out of the sand. I hope you pull the pillow from over your head. I hope you take the blindfolds off. If we do not heed these warnings, there's a lot of suffering ahead of us, and there's so much suffering right now. It's unimaginable suffering right now. We have to do something. It's not enough to talk and feel about it. You have to actually do something about it. I'll see you in the next one.